Do you have a brilliant startup idea? Visit our website at eapla.com to schedule a Blue Couch meeting and launch your startup journey today.
Matt and I are back. Season 13.
It's perfect.
It is.
We're rolling, Dave.
We are. Who's our guest today?
We have Megan Strickland from University Vet. I mean, what a great place. I mean, that changed the game of how vets are seen in our community.
Yeah.
I mean, what a beautiful facility. Tell us a little about what you do there.
Thank you. So I'm the practice manager. That could also translate into like herding cats into a bathtub.
Yeah.
But really just overall.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Literally. We do cat grooming 4 days a week. Yeah, it's, what do I do? Everything. It's so much fun. It's operations. It's, the business side of things. It's the patient care side of things. There's really nothing that I don't do there.
Okay, so a vet is like a vet. Originally, I always thought like, you just take your dog to this old guy that lives off of Dixie Garden and he checks on him and tells me he's not going to die or
Says his shots
he needs to die.
We need to update the shots, you know?
Well, when University Vet came in, like that's a different kind of service than what I think our community was kind of used to. Can you talk about like that?
Sure. Well, I mean, it really comes down to the community. You look at everyone in this area and they all have pets that are not just backyard dogs, they're family members. And a lot of our clients, I mean, that's the only other heartbeat in the home is their pet. So we truly are taking care of people's family members and being able to provide that level of medicine that you would have to drive to Baton Rouge or Dallas or, somewhere farther away to get that kind of care. We brought it closer to home because there is such a need for it. And there
these aren't the old dogs I had growing up. These are some fancy dogs.
That's right. This is not the dog living in the backyard.
Yeah, my dog, Henry Miller.
Absolutely.
These are these, and I hate to break a lot of hearts right now, but golden doodles are not purebreds, but they love swallowing socks. And we pull out a lot of socks.
Really?
A lot of baby socks.
They won't pass the socks.
They can. It's a risky game to play. You don't want to wait that long to see if it's going to come out.
I have this black lab named Belle, okay? And she's well behaved. My wife does not like her, okay, at all. Okay? She says it's the hair because she's always shedding, okay?
Yeah.
But I think it's Belle loves me, okay? And I have made the fatal mistake of giving Belle more attention than Jamie. And I'll just put that out there. That's not a good path to go.
You're the problem.
I'm the problem, okay? But Belle gets pretty good treatment, especially when it comes to veterinary care, all right? And the pets now are, our girls went off to college, they've left, so we're empty nesters, so we've got lots of pets, okay?
Yeah.
When you say University Vet, what is the level of care that you're really providing to somebody like me?
Oh gosh, I mean, okay, so in the industry, gold standard is no longer a thing because every pet is different, but it's called best medicine now because there is no such thing as a standard of medicine that is the gold for everything. So everything is treated, it's like human medicine. You go in and you get customized treatment plans. We talk about your lifestyle, what your pet's doing on a day-to-day, and then we tailor everything to what fits your pet and your pet's lifestyle. And then we follow that up with, instead of, low-cost generic meds, we're using we're using, different name brands that have better efficacy. We're getting the better vaccines that have better quality control from the company. So we're investing into higher quality medicine to provide. And then we follow that up with really, really wicked smart people. Our veterinarians are, I cannot sing their praises enough, and I know I'm biased. But just the level of continuing education and knowledge that we pump into our staff that translates over to the medicine that we perform also. So, I mean, you're really getting not, old school, back at the truck farm medicine. You're getting, our doctors do journal clubs where they're staying up to date on the latest medicine, the newest parasites that are out there. And I mean, if there's going to be a parasite existing, it's going to exist here. And you want to be going to that vet that knows the latest, and ours do. And We also follow that up with the diagnostic tools. There's really not a tool that's not within our reach that we can use for diagnosing. And I think the thing that makes us really unique is it's not okay, tell me about your symptoms. Okay, here's some medication, have a good day. It's, let's get to the root of the problem. So we're not just Band-Aiding it, we're actually curing the ailment or providing long-term care that's doing something,
Now, do y'all do emergency services as well?
Absolutely. We're not 24/7 open to the public, but we do have 24/7 operations. So we're open till 6 p.m. in our hospital side, but we have a 24/7 operating ICU. So when something's hospitalized with us, there's always a human there to provide care and monitor. So there's any vets who are interested in emergency care at University Vet Hospital, let me know.
Oh, okay.
I would love to expand, but we've got some great ones in the area that we partner with that do wonders as well. But any time that we are open, we take all.
I always appreciate businesses in Shreveport that do it right. I always people will say that can't work here. You can't open that here. You can have that in Dallas. You can have that here, but you can't have it here.
Right.
And I always am like, what business can you name that really spent the money up front, did it right, that didn't work here? And it's always a hard thing to answer. There's a lot of stories of people halfway in it and it not working. So I always appreciate, you don't have to have that big, beautiful, up-to-date clinic that you guys have on Kings Highway to be a vet in Shreveport. Why do you do that? What is the benefit of spending that upfront money? And I'm like, I know the 4As and I know kind of some of this, but what would you say is what difference does that create?
Oh gosh. I mean, okay, let me take it back a little bit. So I started at university in 2016 when we were a tiny brick hospital. And this building was opened in the 1980s. I think it was 1983 or something when Dr. Mertz originally opened it. And I mean, we were a 5-star restaurant operating out of a food truck, and it only made sense to expand and be kind of like the one-stop shop for, you can have it all in one place for your pet to make it easier on life too. I mean, think of, and the story that the 4As, which God, I love them so much. Just what they built was incredible. And who our client base is and what we want to provide for them is really just the most convenient care possible. We have a van shuttle that we expanded with, so we can go pick up your pet for you, bring them to the clinic, and then take them back home at the end of the day.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't just expand our hospital side either. I mean, we opened up daycare, grooming, boarding with different standards of boarding, but different room sizes for the pets. We really wanted to be a one-stop shop where you've got, working family, kids and car line. You've got, the dog that also needs to go to the vet, but it needs a haircut. And gosh, I want to, let her run some energy out. And she needs to update her vaccines. We've got you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We've got all of that in one spot.
That's the full service vet that everybody's looking for right there. And if you're even doing emergency services, that's even better, because I'm telling you, everybody's dog or cat is going to get sick at some point. Now let's talk exotic. So if somebody walks in with a parrot, can you take care of the parrot?
Oh gosh. So I will say we do have a wonderful company called Veterinary Vision Service that runs out of our building, kind of ghost kitchens, you could say.
Okay.
They see everything with eyes except for humans. And they see them. The ophthalmologist does. We would probably divert them to, another local place in town, but pocket pets, things with fur are much more easy to work with than feathers sometimes. But
parrots live a long time, and people get attached to parrots.
Yes. Not
that I have any.
Yes.
I don't want any. I have enough dogs and cats.
I was in a bar in Nashville one time, me and Kathleen. And we were waiting to have dinner, and we're sitting there. And this guy that was not a very cool-looking guy, not many people would walk up and talk to this guy. But he came to the bar with a parrot on his shoulder. And he sat down at the bar, and man, you should have seen the ladies that came and talked to this guy.
Really? Because of a parrot?
It was like
never,
an insane.
Never would have thought that.
It was an
wild.
insane tactic. I said, this guy.
there's just something
It's working for him.
something about owning something that outlives you just
Yes, absolutely.
is interesting.
A parrot can outlive a human?
Yeah. Definitely.
Absolutely.
How old do parrots live to?
Depending upon the actual species, they can live 100 years.
No.
Yeah.
way.
That's what I always told my kids. I don't want a parrot that's going to outlive me. I don't want a pet that's going to outlive
I don't
me.
want to deal with that parrot for 100 years.
No. And then imagine the stories that it's going to tell the
Oh,
next
absolutely.
owner.
Once you're gone.
You know what I mean?
It's not really true. He really did. Yeah.
Dang,
Tell all your
Definitely,
trade secrets.
definitely.
Yeah.
But so your veterinary services, I mean, obviously you're providing, the full spectrum here. Do most of your clients come back? Are they repeat, or do you put them in a system and you're constantly updating them so that they know, hey, Bell's shots are due?
So we actually operate a little bit like a dentist office. When you come in for your appointment, you leave with your next appointment.
Okay.
You know when you're supposed to come back, when your pet's due for the next round of whatever. And most of the time it's once every 6 months, just based on, boosters. And we stick with the Pro Heart injection, which lasts for 6 months. We do the Pro Heart 6. And so we line it up. So every 6 months we're having those checkpoints, because they also age so much faster than us that a one time a year exam may not be enough, that you could catch something in January or not see something in January. And then by June, something has started to develop.
Wow.
So every 6 months is our recommended for our standard of care. And
Well, that wouldn't work for me because Jamie and I have a bad habit of rescuing barn cats. We've got 2 kittens right now. And you talked about earlier about grooming kittens. Well, you pick up 2 kittens that their mother's abandoned in the barn. They're covered in fleas, and the first thing we do is bring them in, and she does the Dawn soap.
yes, oh good. I was gonna say, get that Dawn dish
Yeah,
soap
get
out.
that Dawn dish soap, and I was holding them. I had the gloves on.
works?
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh!
Oh, yeah.
It'll kill those. And literally, she was doing the Dawn dish soap, and I could see the fleas moving up the body to the head until she got to the head, and by the time she was done, they were all dead. And
Wow.
those kittens, you can just see them as soon as that bathing is done, their energy level just goes straight up.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, fleas are bloodsuckers.
Yes.
They just suck them dry like little raisins.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
my
what I
gosh.
was wondering is, so someone like me, I mean, I got 2 of them right now that I'm trying to tame.
best of luck with that.
Dave's out there in the country with not a lot to do in the evenings.
But they need work. And the reason I'm asking this, I'm personally motivated. Okay. So if I came to you and said, hey, I got these 2 kittens, I think they're maybe 12 weeks old. Can you give me the wormer and what's the other thing they got to have? There's another drug that they give them all the time.
Yeah, there's a few things. There's a
So
few things
you
they'll
can
need.
do that over the counter to me, to where I can go and, take care of these kittens.
Absolutely not over the counter.
Oh,
We want to
no.
do a physical exam first. Well, and part of that too is the doctor's, the veterinary patient-client relationship. We have to establish that first, and then we can prescribe all of the best things. I mean, you could pick one up off the street, go to CVS, Walgreens, whatever, Dr. Google, and probably find things that would
but
compare.
I don't
but
do that.
you also want to know what you're giving.
Right. See, I don't do that because I'm like, Jamie, I don't want to kill the cat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, and
we
also,
take it.
yeah.
So take it to somebody and have it done. But we always do this. And now we got like 6 cats outside.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me ask you this. People that have had dogs or cats for a long time and have maybe not gone to the vet as regular as they should or at all, like, is that, should they still bring, what happens when you bring a dog that hadn't gone to the vet in 6 years?
Oh my gosh, amazing things happen. I mean,
So you're not
can
like
see
shunned? They don't
Yeah,
send
yeah.
you to, what is it, like the
No.
child protective service? They send you to like
We don't
the dog
call
Call
police?
animal services and say they shouldn't have pets.
Yeah,
I do
Matt hadn't brought this dog in 4 years.
Oh, yeah, no. It's actually a celebration of like, you're here. Yes, this is great. There's
Yeah.
so much information we're about to give you. Because, I mean, I remember when I was a kid back in the day, we put my dog in the backyard, fed it gravy train, and I don't remember giving it a vaccine in its life.
Right. Yeah.
And then now they come in and we can do an entire full body CT same day, So the medicine for geriatric pets, age is not a disease by any means, but it definitely takes a toll on the body. And there's so much information we can give to those owners who bring them in, when
Every
they're
time we
older.
take Jamie's dog, Spud, the corgi, okay, he's a little overweight.
Spud the corgi.
Spud the corgi, he's a little overweight. Every time we take him, they're like, y'all are overfeeding Spud, okay? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And they keep telling us that.
Yeah.
He's like a twice baked spud.
Oh, double.
Love that.
Yeah, he is definitely.
Thrice baked.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so let's get to the business side of this for a second. So, how many veterinarians do you have?
So we have 8 full-time, 1 part-time, 2 board-certified ophthalmologists, and then a dermatologist that does rotations. So I say on an average day, we have like 7 vets on staff, but 9 total. We do have 2 locations. I don't know how well known that is, but we
Okay.
Oh,
actually,
I did not know that.
we do. It's right next to Bergeron's.
Okay.
So, you know, pick up your gumbo on the way to
Right.
your pet's wellness. But the cottage at UVH is where Dr. Shannon Gerald works, and she's our part-time doctor, and she does incredible wellness appointments that are fear-free based, where you walk into the cottage and you're like walking into someone's home. So if you have a pet that's just terrified of the vet, we schedule them at the cottage, and it's truly like taking them into a home. There's a little water fountain, there's yoga mats. I mean,
Where is this?
Okay, so it is about a block and a half from our building. So if you're going down Kings and Weir, on the right there, on the left, about
Okay.
a block and a half down next to Bergeron's.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful. I mean, the different methods that Fear Free uses, not that we're over at the main building, like,
Yeah.
arm wrestling
Yeah.
and John Cena and then down to the floor, or by any means. We practice that everywhere, but it's just such a nice, calm environment. And a lot of our older pets like to go there too, because again, going to the vet for the first time, they can smell the stress hormones in the air.
Yes.
Even though we are really excited to see our patients when they come in the door, they are not always very excited to see
Spud's a
us.
strange dog. You tell him he's going to the vet, he is full of energy. He loves it. He
I
just
love
gets so
that.
excited, and I'm like, what is wrong with this dog?
I love that so much.
That's hilarious.
Well, we get that a lot too, because we have, the daycare as part of our building, and you see the pets that like they get out of the car and they look really excited and they're walking towards daycare, and then the owner takes a left towards the hospital, and the dog is just like, wait, what? What?
Yeah.
What? And they're like looking at the daycare.
I would
yard
not.
as they walk to the
I would not
hospital.
want to get Spud started down that path, because if
He'd
he
love
knew,
it.
he would love it, and then he'd be in constant depression because he wasn't going to daycare.
But he would lose weight.
He would, but
Work him out.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have the right talent in our area to run a big veterinary service like you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, we've been doing it since the 80s, now just in a bigger building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
I mean, we're here to stay, and we're just going to keep getting bigger and better.
We always have people like, oh, Shreveport doesn't have the talent. Shreveport doesn't have the workforce.
gosh.
Whatnot. I think.
do you
like,
ever
we
have
do.
any problem getting veterinary assistants?
We get a lot of great candidates through NSU, through the RVT program. I'm actually on the advisory board for their program, and it's so cool to be a part of that. And we really get to see them from like the educational side and then bring them over to the clinical side. So I can't really say we have much of an issue. I think where it gets funny is like they get so involved and they love veterinary medicine so much, they go off to vet school. But the cool thing is that we have, I think, two veterinarians currently that worked as receptionist, assistant, went off to vet school, and they came back and now they're vets
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that is
at
cool.
university.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, if
Well, there's
that
still
doesn't,
only one vet school in Louisiana, right?
there is, as far as I know.
Yeah. I
I'm not
think
from
there's only
Louisiana.
one.
but
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
only one.
They are opening one in Arkansas.
They are. They
that's
are.
Not too far.
Louisiana and Arkansas have had a agreement for a long time that certain percentage of Arkansas students could go to the LSU Veterinary Center until they got theirs up and running, which would be good because there'll be more vets, because I think pets are becoming a bigger and bigger thing, and now they're viewed as part of the family.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to go make reservations at the kennel, okay, or you're going on
Yeah.
vacation. What do we do with Spud? Okay,
Yeah.
Spud would be great, and he'd love to go.
Yeah, and
okay.
Spud back when we were kids was this old Spud you found at the.
The neighbor went. The neighbor came
now
over and
they
fed
paid
us.
10 grand for Spud and flew him from Africa.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like these dogs.
And Spud's
Catherine
excited
wants
to
a
go to
new
the
dog.
kennel.
The
Yeah.
last time I got a dog, we picked him up at the PetSmart, and
Yeah.
he needed rescuing.
Yeah.
She's sending me pictures of. Okay,
Well, all right.
let me ask one more
Oh,
question.
one more question.
So I was in the airport
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago, and this guy had this little fluffy dog, like you would imagine. They're usually white, but it was fully painted like a Pikachu.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was yellow and he had the little dots and he was holding this little dog. That can't be good for this poor little dog, can it? Can you paint dogs?
They make pet safe hair dye. I know some groomers, I've seen like on TikTok, some groomers use like Kool-Aid or something.
Wow.
We don't necessarily provide that service. I wouldn't.
This is insane. So the guy had
Yeah.
a shirt on, like an airbrush shirt. It said like world famous puppies of Miami. So I look it up and it's a thing. So there, I'm giving check out
Yeah.
world famous
Yeah.
puppies. It's a wild look.
That's
Okay, so
wild.
you don't paint dogs?
No. But I mean, I wouldn't be slippery slope, but I wouldn't be opposed.
This guy
That'd
was
be so entertaining.
Everybody on the airplane was like, it was a big guy
Wow.
Yeah.
carrying this little painted dog.
Oh, you'd be surprised how many 18-wheeler trucker guys that come in with their little itty bitty Yorkies that are just, their ride or die in the passenger seat that they take
I'm a
everywhere.
little too
and-
masculine. I'm going to keep my black lab.
Oh,
okay.
All
All right, we got to
Thank you
close
so
this
much,
up, Megan.
man.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Enjoy the podcast? We would love your feedback about today's show and who you think should be our next guest. Send us an email at info@eapla.com. Also, be sure to share the show and leave a comment on our social media post.